Hi, Joseph. How you doing? Yeah, you're awesome. This is just wonderful, wonderful work. So let's go through the presentation. The setup page, I think it's stunning. I really think you've done a wonderful job considering your elements and principles of design, as well as giving a glimpse of your message, so to speak. So really interesting title page. Project summary. A couple of things here. You've got when you justify your type, I, I can I can give you some settings, but you want to go in InDesign and you want to adjust the justified settings because see these really nasty spaces between letters, and that's a byproduct of justification. Um, so you definitely want to go in there and adjust that down. Okay, there's ways to do it. You can Google it. How to get rid of unwanted spaces and justified type in InDesign, or just give me a holler. I can give you some really awesome settings. Okay, so this you took my advice here. I think that's a good idea. I definitely do. One problem I'm seeing though is that you've added this like coffee ring, and that seems to add another layer of information, another layer of meaning that we don't need in the presentation. So either I don't even think you need a page number to be truthful, which would leave you really top heavy. So this whole thing composition would be moved down a little bit. Character count is too long. I'd say in this project, I'd say anywhere between 49 and 65, 50 and 65. So, and that's including spaces and punctuation. So you definitely want to maybe consider a two column type spread. Also, whenever you indicate a demarcation of a new paragraph by adding a space between, you don't have to indent. So choose one or the other. I typically don't indent. I typically just use a space between. I think it's much more professional looking. Likewise here you have an indent, here you don't. Okay, then over here you've got justified type, while over here you've got a line left with a right rag. So there's a pretty big inconsistency. Again, if you take that two away, you can move this whole thing down. Good job. Great job of describing your sustainability in terms of your materials list. I want to run something by you, okay? Listen, in design, you have this thing that's called, I don't know, I guess we could call it digital clutter. And back in the day before digital anything, we designed with one thing in mind, and that was objective message. And since the days of digital design, it's so easy to add drop shadows and it's so easy to feather effects and to add transparencies that I think a lot of times folks end up doing it for no particular reason. And in this case, I think you've done it, but I think it's working against you horribly. And let me tell you why. Because this is a sustainable piece. So you have all like, okay, so wouldn't just a minimal piece with no drop shadows, and I mean, to me, this is almost like, I don't know, it's to me not the pristine state of design like this would be the pristine state of Bamboo. Do you see what I'm saying? Um, or the pristine state of sustainability to me in design doesn't equal drop shadows and all these drop shadows. And let's just zoom in here and see what we got going. We got this drop shadow here, another drop shadow over here. Then you've got this kind of like ghosted out type. I can't stand Adobe anymore. I just can't stand it. Okay. Sorry, that's my 2 cents. You just can't get in Adobe anymore. You just can't get in and look around without, Acrobat without the pages hopping around and everything else. So right to Adobe. I know I do. Anyway, so so you have a couple of things here like these drop shadows and these inner and outer glows. To me, it's just kind of design clutter, so it doesn't go with your principle, with your concept. I hope that makes sense? This piece right here, again, gorgeous. I want you to figure out a way, do some research and find out a way how to present this with the logo looking like it has been stitched into the towel. Ah. It can be done very nicely, as a matter of fact, very easily. So think about that, and then try to give us a couple of different looks at your giveaway item. Now you're in a unique position because you can't. It's a washcloth. You can't really mock up a washcloth. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right. Awesome job, Joseph. Thanks.